Yo. I don't know why I start laughing when stuff go bad. I think that's not a good thing. But yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone as you can, just so we can get out there a little bit more. That being said, let's get right into the video. So the Celtics are down very bad right now, very down bad, 64-44 at halftime. So I won't just go right into the bad. I do this every time. Let's go through the notes, right? So the first quarter was not bad. The Celtics went with the same starting lineup: Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, and Neemias Queta. We were up 30-23 after the first half. After the first quarter, sorry. The first play was stack out ghost. So I talked about the stack out entry last last game. Some cold screens in there, and then the second time they layered Spain PNR on that action, and the Celtics offense was looking so beautiful in the first quarter. It wasn't perfect, but the sets that Joe Mazzulla had them running were really good. Of course, we had Jaylen Brown on Cat. This seems like it's gonna be the theme. So I thought, like, with all the defensive versatility options being gone out the door, like Al Horford, Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Luke Cornett, Chris Porzingis, those guys who would guard centers a lot of times so Queta can help. I thought Queta would be primed for an opportunity to go up against these fives, and they're like, nope. Jaylen Brown, I said that Jaylen Brown has the strength and would welcome the challenge of guarding those fives, but I didn't think he would want to do it like every night because he's now the top option. But hey, Jaylen Brown is a tough dude. So next we got Peyton Pritchard, good defensive possession on Brunson. He actually had two good defensive possessions on Brunson in the post, specifically where Brunson thrives in. Peyton Pritchard, we're gonna talk about later. He also had a nice play where there was a wide pin down to an empty corner zoom action. Then we had hockey subs, right? We had a whole new five, and the Celtics were, playing good, playing them close. Then we had a whole new five come in. Ugo, Simons, I believe, Tillman, Shaman, and Boucher, right? This lineup gave you some great energy. Ugo's first basket was on 77 action, which is just two on-ball screens. Xavier Tillman slipped the second screen so Yabusele can drop, and then Hugo Gonzalez laid the ball up. Chris Boucher had 3 blocks in that stint, so his length was really a factor. Hopefully he can knock down some open threes. We had a nice driving kick by Baylor Shaman, which I liked. If he just gives us some more of that and can shoot, which is what we drafted him for, he should be fine. We got an Xavier Tillman 3. Got Anthony Simons playing off of Jaylen Brown. So yeah, we ended the first quarter 30-22, 12 for 22, 54%, 4 for 11 from 3. The Knicks were 8 for 26. And shot 4 for 14 from 3. Then the second quarter happened. Knicks started on an 11-0 run to start the second quarter. We went on a 6-0 run. They went on a 17-0 run. The Celtics had 1 rebound in that run. The Knicks had 8 with 3 offensive rebounds. Then they ended the quarter on a 14-8 run. We had 6 turnovers so far early in the second quarter. So that number is probably up to what now? That number is up to 10 now. So when I wrote that down, we had 6, and it was really early in the second quarter. And then there was a time where we kind of getting our flow back into the offense at least, and we had like 3 straight buckets off. We had like 3 straight buckets off of Spain PNR. So I was like, okay, maybe we can get some going. No, not getting anything going. We have not gotten the offense we thought we would out of some guys. Sam Hauser is leading us in scoring, 9 points, 3 for 5 from 3. We've been running some actions where he's gotten open and he's been delivering. Jaylen Brown has 8 points with 2 assists, 3 of 7 from the field, but 3 turnovers and 3 fouls. Xavier Tillman has been the biggest surprise. Has 7 points. He hit a 3. He had a nice screen assist on a flare screen for Sam Hauser. It just hasn't been good. Like Queta, I thought Queta was cool. He wasn't great. Of course, nobody has been great in this game. I thought Queta was cool, and Joe took him out for the whole rest of the second quarter. So Queta only played 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the second quarter, and then they just started dominating the boards. Actually, let me see if I can see something right. Hold on. Okay, so the first 2 minutes, so the 11-0 run was the first 2 minutes, right? The Knicks had 3 rebounds, the Celtics had 2, right? They had, how many of those were offensive? So they had no offensive rebounds in that 11-0 run. Then the Celtics went on a 6-0 run from 8:29 to 7:29 that second. They had no rebounds, we had 1. Then from 7, so okay, this is the 17-0 run. I believe this is when Kata came out of the game, because this is from 7:29 in the second to 3:36. So Kata only played 4 minutes, so he couldn't be in. They immediately went on a 17-0 run and had 8 rebounds and completely killed us for the rest of the way. Now, I believe Kata gave up an offensive rebound. I think he did, which Joe has been consistent with. Hey, if you give up an offensive rebound, get the fuck out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Cool. They got shredded for the next 6 minutes. Absolutely killed for the next for the next 7.5 minutes. They got shredded on the board. So I don't know. I don't know. Derek White has not been shooting well. Peyton Pritchard has not been shooting well. I don't know what's wrong. It's game 2. It's game 2. Things are starting to rise high, as you can see. It's the second game of the season. But Pritchard hasn't adjusted yet. Derek White is shooting bad. Pritchard is 0 for 5 from the field right now. The game's about to start back up, but I liked Ugo's energy. I liked Ugo from Chris Boucher. Again, 3 rebounds, 1 offensive. He had 2 blocks. He's credited with 2 blocks. Derek White and Peyton Pritchard have to figure this thing out. Simons came off the bench. The defense wasn't good from anybody, so I can't really go there too much. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the second half. All right, Celtics lose 105-94. Yeah, Celtics lose 105-95. The second half, okay, so for majority of the third quarter, I wasn't taking notes. I was just watching the game, trying to see what they would do. Then they had like what they have in the third quarter, they had a run in okay, so we had an 8-0 run in the third quarter, which I was like, okay, they showing some life. They cut it to 12. Sam Hauser hit 2 threes. Then the Knicks just went back on an 18-6 run, and that was that. But then 7-0 run. But then I really think the Celtics didn't play bad defense except for the second quarter. I tweeted that they were great except for the second quarter. I don't think they were great. I think they were good. But if you look at the Knicks, like the first quarter they scored 22 points. The second quarter they have an eruption of 42 points. The second game we've given up a 40-point quarter, by the way. The third quarter they have 18 points. In the last quarter they have 23 points. So if we just have a normally bad second quarter defensively instead of a horrifically bad second quarter, this game could have been a lot closer. And I do attribute most of the second quarter stuff to like the offensive rebounding. Like they had 7 offensive rebounds in that quarter. 12 second chance points. I mean, there's still 30 points to be had there other than second chance points. So yeah, the Celtics were not good. They also had 12 free throws. So it was just a disastrous quarter for us. They shot 50%, 6 for 13 from 3. So yeah, but the third quarter was fine. The Celtics won 21-18. But in the fourth quarter, I thought we had so many opportunities to get the lead to like 5. There was a stretch where the Knicks were like scoreless for like 5 minutes and we were getting stops. We just couldn't score our damn selves. The offense just looks so clunky. Offense looks hard for us, I will say, without Tatum and without, Porzingis and Drew and all those guys, right? There's less space, of course, when you lose Tatum, who averages 10 3 attempts per game, Porzingis, who can shoot the ball from 30 feet away, Al Horford, who's a stretch big, Cornette, who the Celtics don't use as a floor spacer, but he's so smart with his screening and like off-ball cutting that it helps the team, right? Also, he provides vertical spacing with the alley-oop game. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. But I felt like in the first quarter, like I said, they ran a lot of actions that I thought were cool, and they got them good looks. It just bogged down as the game went on. But the Celtics easily could have cut this to like 5 points if they just strung together some makes on the offensive side of the ball. But again, everything is harder now. Like Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, like they just did not have good games. Jaylen Brown had a clunky game too. It was a lot. Jaylen Brown had 7. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, it was one of those nights. It did look bad, but I didn't think it was 7 turnovers bad and 5 fouls. He was doing the thing again where he's like running to help defenders without a plan. He was also doing the bad pass turnover thing that he did not do last game. He had 3 bad pass turnovers, 3 assists to 7 turnovers. We have to get more of the Toronto game, Jalen, as far as the ball handling. The most consistent player tonight, from start to finish, was Sam Hauser. Had 18 points, 6 for 10 from the field, 6 for 10 from 3, 3 rebounds, gave us a block. Cool stuff from him. Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, like Derek White had 15 points, 5 for 18 from the field, and he got how many of those in the fourth quarter? Because he got a 4-point play. He had 10 in the fourth quarter, so he didn't really do much of anything at all in the first 3 quarters. So that's that. Peyton Pritchard, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 for 10 from the field. we knew that things were going to be harder for everybody because Tatum's out and we lost so much talent. The focus now shifts to those guys with so much talent leaving our team, and they just have to get used to it. Like, and also with Pritchard, like, he's getting shots that he's hit before. So it's not like he was shooting all wide open shots with Tatum and everybody else, and now he's shooting all contested shots and he's just not hitting them. He's getting most of the same looks he's got in his career. He's just not hitting them right now. So I have no reason to believe, based on the shot profile and the contest of those shots, that he should be able to bounce back. Xavier Tillman had a nice stint. Chris Boucher, man, gave us some real good energy. 4 rebounds, 4 blocks in this game, a steal, and offensive rebound. Like, Chris Boucher was volleyball team. Chris Boucher in this game. Now, you never want to lose. You never want to lose. But I'm going to look y'all in your eye and I'm going to tell you, we got something in Ugo. Yeah, man. Listen. I know we lost. I'm going to break whatever film y'all want down, but when I get off work tomorrow, y'all know that Ugo coming. Wherever Ugo, I go. Because, dog, there are some players that when you see them on the floor, even with NBA guys, the intensity is just different. There are some guys that can't stop, won't stop, and they have that motor. There's some silky smooth guys who like glide on the court. There's some athletic freaks, but there are guys that just won't let up for anything or any second on the basketball court. And that is how Ugo is built, bro. That is how Ugo is built. On Jalen Brunson, making life tough for Jalen Brunson, picking him up 94 feet, him having to pass the ball up the court because he doesn't want to dribble up the court against Ugo, his pressure against Tyler Kolek, like forcing multiple turnovers, getting multiple deflections, the offensive rebound, which I knew was going to happen. Like, I said that, hey, he averaged 0.8 offensive rebounds in 11 minutes with Real Madrid. 11 minutes, 1 rebound. So if he gets 20 minutes, he's bound to average an offensive rebound per game. He's bound to average a chase down per game, although he didn't get an opportunity to do that in this game. We still need to see the shot, which I saw some in preseason. Do you see the impact he can have without even hitting a jump shot? He had 2 great drives, 4 rebounds. He had 4 fouls. I don't care. I don't care. There's a difference. There's such a difference. Like the foul against Brunson where he hounded him for the whole shot clock and he contested it great and Jalen Brunson airballed, but he just happened to not let Jalen land. A coach can live with that. Like, Joe was clapping after that foul because it's like, damn, he just played his ass off. He forced an airball. He's just an energetic rookie. We get that shit controlled, like, within, like, there's margins, right? You give everything you got, the whole possession. And then as soon as he lets the ball go, control yourself. We can learn that, though. You know what I'm saying? We can learn that. So, like, this is the second game. He's in the rotation. Like, no, he's in the rotation. He just gives Joe too much of what Joe wants, right? And now, the only, like, real downside I would say is that the offensive, like, he has his hand on every board. There was a video I did during a preseason on him, and I was like, he could have had, like, 8 boards in this game because he had his hand, or he tipped, or he deflected the ball so many times because he's always crashing for the offensive glass. He's always trying to get the defensive rebound. But there were some times, there was like 3 or 4 times where he was close to the defensive rebound and he couldn't close that possession and they end up getting the ball or it just went out of bounds. That's the only thing. Now, he's just going off sheer hustle and will and athleticism to grab these rebounds. Now, once he gets the technique down and like traps in his mind that, hey, I have to find the body first, box out, then go get the board, he'll be much better at it. But he just showed you way too much. He showed you way too much to not be a regular guy. So from now until he shows you that he can't be this guy, he has to play. That's simple. The offense was cool for some points of this game. I felt the defense was good. They were scrambling, but the defense really picked up when Ugo came in the game. And his pressure, his intensity made everybody do the same thing, right? So I felt they were good defensively except for the second quarter. If you have a normally bad second quarter, this is a 5-point game. And the game looks totally different. So But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just shoot out there a little bit more. I will see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.